Human trafficking affects millions of people around the world. It generates billions of dollars for the criminals, and over a third of all human trafficking victims are children. Across the world, there are over 500 trafficking routes that move misery and suffering all over the world. UNODC is part of the United Nations. It's got 193 member states. It's very good at bringing those countries together and describing the size and the scope of the problem. And this is where UNODC comes in terms of human trafficking. It has a fantastic research and analysis section who produce a biennial report on human trafficking. That talks about the size, the scale, the impact on countries all over the world. Knowing the problem is the first step towards acting against the problem. And again, UNODC is very good at telling member states, these are the problems, let's work together. It's great at producing the coordination and the cooperation necessary. And I think the third point is it's very good at working at the grassroots levels where the problems are, where the solutions are needed, and working with the non-governmental organisations, working with governments, working with civil society and other groups to try and produce support but also solutions against human trafficking. The role of UNODC is to support the efforts of government by offering technical assistance and ensuring that you have the conventions on transnational organised crime in place, as well as the UN Convention Against Corruption, the protocols on human trafficking, as well as the migrant smuggling protocols, to ensure that everybody can cooperate together, you have joint operations, you have sharing of information, and you also have mutual legal assistance. That means where crimes are committed in other countries, countries work together to bring criminal actions against those wherever it's possible to actually prosecute and bring them to justice. Nadia Murad is the Goodwill ambassador for UNODC for the dignity of survivors of human trafficking. Her experience, she was in a village in northern Iraq, Yazidi community. She was taken hostage and abused and exploited by ISIL. A number of men and women from the village were killed. Other younger women were taken into servitude and trafficked. When Nadia Murad speaks about human trafficking, she is telling the story of those hundreds and thousands of people around the world who are suffering very, very similar experiences. Telling a story about the experience of human trafficking can actually promote policy and then lead to greater action. And that's the essential role of Nadia, to tell everyone that human trafficking should not be happening in the 21st century, that we have to end it now.